Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Anyone who watched soap operas in the genre's heyday in the 1980s has a favorite super couple. Every soap had one. Duo had several, including Beau and Hope, John and Marlena, and Patch and Kayla. Mary Beth Evans, who has played Kayla Brady since 1986, recently opened up about the disappointing decline in soap supercouples. The soap supercouple is a defining feature of daytime television. These iconic pairings go beyond the melodrama and over-the-top plot twists that are hallmarks of the genre. They're the beating heart of any successful soap opera. Supercouples are more than just a great love story. They're an emotional investment for viewers who tune in daily to follow their journeys. Supercouples are more than just hookups or brief romances. They captivate audiences with their on-again, off-again romances and endless struggles. The storyline often climaxed in an over-the-top wedding that soap fans today rarely see. The most beloved supercouples become deeply ingrained in popular culture, like Luke and Laura from General Hospital or Beau and Hope from Duo. These iconic duos have a certain undeniable chemistry that makes their love feel real. Mary Beth Evans is well-versed in supercoupledom. She's played one half of the famous Patch and Kayla romance for nearly 4 decades. She joined DOOL as a recast Kayla Brady in 1986. Actor Stephen Nichols joined the soap around the same time. The character had a love-hate relationship that eventually turned to just love. Viewers watched them marry for the first time in 1988. After many twists and turns, the characters are still together and very much in love today. Mary Beth Evans chatted with Swoon about Patch and Kayla's lasting love and the decline of soap supercouples. Unlike today's coupledom, we were put together from day one and it's always been about us. There were things that broke us up, but they always loved each other. They never didn't love each other, and that's not how it is at all today, she said. The interview with Swoon was a joint interview with her longtime co-star, Stephen Nichols. He agreed that Steve and Kayla are different from today's soap couples. We're a couple who have always loved one another. And when we were not together, when we were apart, it was always because something happened. Soap operas have long been a staple of daytime television, filled with dramatic storylines, shocking twists, and, most notably, the rise of iconic supercouples. For decades, devoted fans have watched their favorite pairs navigate the highs and lows of romance, betrayal, and undying devotion. However, as the soap opera landscape shifts, the golden era of these legendary love stories seems to be fading. One actress who has witnessed this evolution firsthand is Days of Our Lives, DOOL, veteran Mary Beth Evans. Best known for her role as Kayla Brady, Evans has been an integral part of the show since the 1980s. Alongside Stephen Nichols, who plays Steve Patch Johnson, Evans became one half of one of DOOL's most beloved supercouples. Yet, in a recent interview, she candidly discussed the noticeable decline of these larger-than-life love stories and the changing dynamics of soap operas in the modern era. During the 1980s and 1990s, soap operas flourished with passionate, long-running love stories. Supercouples like Beau and Hope, Days of Our Lives, Luke and Laura, General Hospital, and Victor and Nikki. The Young and the Restless captivated audiences with their fiery chemistry and dramatic obstacles. The term supercouple became synonymous with enduring romance, often characterized by grand declarations of love, near-death experiences, and love triangles that kept viewers hooked. For Evans, portraying Kayla Brady during this golden era was a dream come true. It was magical, she reminisced. Fans were invested in every moment of Kayla and Steve's journey. Whether we were fighting to be together or overcoming impossible odds, the audience was right there with us. Indeed, the emotional investment from fans made supercouples the heart and soul of daytime dramas. These love stories weren't just about fleeting passion, they were about commitment, overcoming obstacles, and the idea that love could conquer all. So, what happened? Why do modern soaps no longer prioritize the supercouple dynamic the way they once did? Evans believes the decline is due to multiple factors, including shifting audience preferences, changing storytelling methods, and the evolving television landscape. The industry is different now, Evans explained. Back in the day, we had years to build a love story. The slow burn, the tension, the longing glances across the room, it all paid off because the audience was willing to wait for that emotional payoff. However, in today's fast-paced world, audiences have become accustomed to instant gratification. Streaming services and binge-worthy dramas have conditioned viewers to expect quick resolutions rather than slow-developing romances that unfold over months or years. Soap operas, in response, have adapted by emphasizing high-stakes drama, faster-moving plots, and shocking twists rather than the slow, romantic build-up that once defined supercouples. There's also been a shift in how love stories are told, Evans continued. Nowadays, it's more about quick pairings and short-lived romances. Couples don't always get the time to develop organically. There's so much happening at once: murders, back from the dead twists, secret identities. Sometimes romance takes a backseat to the chaos. Another significant change affecting supercouples is the revolving door of cast members. In the past, actors often remained on soaps for decades, allowing their characters' relationships to grow over time. But with more actors coming and going due to budget constraints, contract negotiations, or career shifts, it's become harder to maintain long-lasting relationships on screen. When Stephen Nichols and I left the show in the early 90s, it was heartbreaking for the fans, Evans recalled. But back then, there was still a commitment to storytelling continuity. We were able to return and pick up where we left off. Now, characters are recast frequently, and new faces replace familiar ones, making it difficult for the audience to stay emotionally invested in a single couple. This inconsistency makes it harder for new supercouples to form. While some fan-favorite couples do endure, they often face frequent separations and reconnections due to actors' departures and returns. Despite the decline of traditional supercouples, Evans remains hopeful about the future of soap opera romance. She acknowledges that while the genre has changed, the core of what makes a compelling love story remains the same: emotional connection, conflict, and triumph over adversity. Romance is still alive on soaps, it just looks different now, she said. There are still great couples and fans still root for them. The difference is there's not as much of a long game anymore. Everything is more immediate. Evans pointed out that while classic supercouples like Kayla and Steve were built over years, newer relationships tend to develop and resolve quickly. That slow burn that made audiences swoon, where you'd wait weeks just for one kiss, isn't as common now. But that doesn't mean love stories don't exist. They do, they're just told differently. One thing Evans is certain of is the power of the fans. Even in an era of changing storytelling styles, devoted viewers still play a major role in determining which couples thrive. When fans rally behind a couple, writers and producers take notice, Evans emphasized. Social media has given fans a louder voice than ever before. Back in the 80s, fan mail would flood in for certain couples. Now, people tweet, post on forums, and create fan edits that keep the love for supercouples alive. She cited the enduring popularity of Stella, Steve, and Kayla as an example of how fan passion can sustain a love story. Even after all these years, people still care about Steve and Kayla's journey. That's a testament to the magic of these characters and what they mean to the audience. So, is the era of soap supercouples truly over? Evans doesn't think so. While the traditional model of slow-building, decades-spanning love stories has changed, she believes there will always be room for romance in daytime television. I think soaps will always have great love stories, but they might not look the same as they did in the past, she said. Supercouples aren't dead, they're just evolving. It's up to the writers, the actors, and the fans to keep that spark alive. Ultimately, while the landscape of soap operas continues to shift, the longing for deep, meaningful romance remains. Whether through old-school supercouples or new, modern-day love stories, audiences will always crave connection, passion, and the hope that, against all odds, love will prevail.